So the question, can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Good, okay. So the question is, do you think the current leadership of Hollywood has the courage to make a movie that exposes real threats to humankind?
Wait, there's leadership in Hollywood?
That's the first thing. I don't know what the definition of leadership in Hollywood is. The second thing is that about 2 years ago, in response to years and years of emails from scientists and private citizens asking if I would remake an updated version of The Day After, my partner Frank Spotnitz and I, we did Medici, Masters of Florence together, went to all the streamers and proposed an updated global version of The Day After. And I can say without fear of contradiction that the streamers hated this project as much as everybody at ABC, except Brandon Stoddard, hated this project when it was first proposed in 1982. Nobody wants to touch it. Nobody wants to think about nuclear war. None of us want to think about it.
Yeah.
I think one of the things I discovered in making this movie was that, again, people don't want to think about nuclear war. And I worried along the way that if what we made was a great movie, people would wind up talking about the movie, and they wouldn't talk about nuclear war. So if the cinematography was off the charts, if we had a catchy title theme song, if the special effects were so awesome that we talked about how did they do that, then they're not talking about the subject. What I wanted a blunt force instrument, something that was crude, and where you couldn't change the subject and say, wow, I love that music, I can't get that tune out of my head, or Jason Robards, fantastic, that guy should get the Emmy for sure. That's not talking about the subject that nobody wants to talk about. And when we released the movie, when it was telecast, when we showed it to the press, they weren't interested in the movie either. All they wanted to know was, who started the war?
Right.
Anything, not to think about the subject.